Sorry, bitches, I'm not dead. Hello again, my name is Avra, and I haven't received a genie in over 2 weeks. And once again, we are starting off episode 10 with Not a Genie. So it's been a long time since I've seen a lot of you. I am currently in the middle of another very long grind. This account feels as if it's right on the precipice. Throughout this video, I accumulate enough wealth that it feels more and more important that I don't die while I have the unused resources in my inventory. The resources I obtain, especially at the point in the game where you aren't really gaining levels every few minutes, are especially important to me, as they allow a decent flow of progress, where a byproduct of the specific grind will flow seamlessly into a next portion of the account. But the reasons for the choices I make are complicated and have to do with my personal playstyle, the future plans I have for the account, and of course the fear of dying and losing it all. So this episode will be about all of that. It will give the best laid plans I have in mind for what an Ultimate Iron Man or Ultimate Iron Woman looks like when locked to the wilderness. Fishing. Fishing is a skill that I trained a bit but found that it really has little use. All the decent fish that can be caught in the wilderness require a harpoon or a lobster pot. Even dark crabs require the lobster pot. The only fishing item I have access to is the small net, which spawns in the southeast corner of the ruins. I can only fish shrimp and anchovies. Once you can fish anchovies, there really isn't much of a reason besides total levels to continue. The anchovies will be used with 55 cooking to add them to my pizzas. They will then heal 9 hit points per half instead of regular pizza's 7. If you think about it, I'm fishing shrimp out of water that probably has shit in it. These bandits probably dump their shit right in the water.
Nice.
Smithing. Smithing is, in my opinion, one of the most important skills on a Wilderness Ultimate Iron Man. In the future, when my melee stats are really high, being able to smith a full set of adamant armor, or even a rune weapon, will make the rebuilding process a cakewalk in comparison to now, where I have to acquire all pieces from monster drops or clue rewards. The problem is that the skill is throttled by the fact that I have no mining levels, which will change soon. And also goldsmithing here requires world hopping. World hopping stops me from getting random events due to the constant logging in and out. I can't really be doing actions that stop me from getting genie lamps. As many of you know, I am still many lamps away from 5 crafting. This also throttles smithing, as I can't utilize the gold bars for anything at the moment, so it loses some of its efficiency. So a rough plan forward here would be to get 5 crafting, and then world hop to grab the gold ore, smith it, then use my jewelry molds to raise the crafting. Doing this until 50 smithing would require making 2,850 gold bars, and turning all of those bars into gold jewelry would net me over 40 crafting levels. Along the way, I would unlock the games necklace, which would speed up construction greatly, as I could teleport from the player-owned house to the corp cave, which allows instant access to planks in the graveyard. Herblore. Another really important skill, the prayer potion unlock will of course help me survive bosses and players much easier. Much further off I could easily make super attack and strength potions or even super restores, nothing beyond that though. The path towards 38 Herblore made up most of the 2 weeks between episodes where I spent killing thugs. I kill thugs for 2 reasons. One, they are safer than the Chaos Druids, where I routinely see players die to getting specced out. The second reason is they drop 2 nature runes around 15 to 20% of the time. Throughout this video you will see that nature rune stack in my inventory get quite high. This ties into mining and smithing. I planned on superheating mithril ore once I unlocked 55 mining. This would save time as I mine the coal and the mithril, immediately make the bars, and then go to the anvil. It is a huge time saver since the higher tier bars require so much coal, you can only make a few bars per inventory, especially my inventory. I also regularly use nature runes for alchemy and getting quick and consistent cash. You can honestly tell just by looking at this guy that he's hoping that somebody kills him. He just died and lost everything. He's like, please, give me one reason to quit this game. please anyone, PKer or anyone should come please and end this man's suffering. I can't do it. I just don't have it in me. Killing another Ultimate Iron Man who has lost his will to live. It might be a mercy, but I just can't do it. He's even chatting me up saying I seem nice. Maybe he knows.
You disappoint me.
Damn, you got a sexy voice, Zamster. Anyways, how about that progress? The final skill I place equal significance to smithing is mining. Up to this point, I thought that after 5 crafting, I would be using XP lamps on mining after I complete Doric's quest to get from level 10 to 15. But recently, I was speaking to one of my friends. He told me my account was ruined and my life meant nothing. So this made me think, where would someone go whose life is meaningless and their account is ruined? Knight Artorias was the one who first traversed the Abyss. He wanted to find a way, like me, to train skills in the wilderness without relying on Will Smith. In the Abyss are obstacles that require the use of various skills to traverse. The chance of success when traversing the obstacles is 1% plus 1% additional for each level you have in said skill. For example, if you want to traverse the mining obstacle and have 3 mining, you have a 1% chance plus 3% for the 3 mining, equaling a 4% chance of success. When you do finally succeed at the obstacle, you will have traversed to the inner ring of the Abyss and will receive 25 experience in the skill utilized for the crossing. This is regardless of level. 25 experience, no matter what. The plan is that once I am inside the inner ring, I will use the Chaos Altar teleport, and then wind my way through the maze inside the Rune Crafting Altar, and make my way outside to level 9 Wilderness. Rinse and repeat this until I achieve 15 mining.
That maze looks awfully inefficient. Wouldn't it be easier just to teleport out?
I am trying hard to stay in the wilderness.
Oh, but you didn't look like you were trying hard anytime you, let's say, wanted to do a clue scroll or get a saw. Oh, and I hear you thinking about talking to little old Doric. He's not in the wilderness, is he?
I made a rule at the start.
Oh, a rule, he says. Well, then that makes it all better now. I can't stand this nonsense anymore. I'm off to the pub.
There's a pub down there?
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Well.
Of course it is.
Bloody snowflake airmen and their rules. Why don't you just get a bloody quest cape and be done with it?
So the last thing I need to do is get the materials to complete Doric's quest. It will be my last quest that I can complete. I don't think there are any other quests that comply with my first rule and can be completed by simply turning stuff in. In the last episode I mentioned that you can get copper ore as a rare drop from rogues. I forgot that you can also get copper ore from someone else. I need copper ore from this man. He hasn't dropped it yet. But he will. Kyle spawns really fast, honestly. As soon as the zombies de-aggro, you can just sit here and wait for him to appear every 10 seconds. trying to get a cool shot, but Kyle spawns so fast it's making it hard. And well, okay, there's my last copper ore. Also, can I get a RIP Kyle in the comments? He's getting killed over and over by an invisible person in a graveyard. That has gotta be traumatizing. 6 clay from imps is pretty easy. I had several in my looting bag from whenever I just wandered near the ditch and killed some, and I'm just going to kill them until I get 3 more. 2 iron ore is really simple, you just kill some more thugs. And now I need to die and retrieve the rest of my clay from the looting bag. The Burj Khalifa of loot still stands. Okay, let's get this done. We're in a PvP world because I said I would. That's it. 1300 mining experience. So we can check my total mining XP and it should say 1335 total XP in mining. 35 experience from mining the tin and copper on Tutorial Island, plus the 1300 from Doric. Now I just need to finish 38 Herblore to unlock the prayer potion. Since the abyss drains your prayer to 0, I need to drink 1 dose after I teleport inside. Otherwise, I will most likely take a lot of damage from the monsters. After that, I've already told you my plans for the future. I hope you all understand my approach to the account. I know some of you might want me to just start rushing the wilderness bosses like the other wilderness snowflakes out there. Believe me, they are the goal for this account, and to obtain the items from their drop tables is in-game. The issue lies in what I value in the account. The Wilderness Snowflake account probably gains the most in the short term from combat. You could get 99 in all combat stats and grind the wilderness bosses with few non-combat skills, except maybe Herblore. The thing is that if this is the highest priority, the Ultimate Iron Man version of this becomes stuck on a kind of infinite treadmill, not of progress, but of a kind of weird version of Edge of Tomorrow, where every death resets the day, or the account in this case. And you have to start once again by killing bosses to try and reclaim new items. You would do the same bosses over and over, hoping maybe to get 1 more item than last time before you inevitably die and have to start over. I want to have something to fall back on when I die that isn't just infinite boss killing. I want to mine some ore, smith some armor, make some potions, craft some jewelry, and build a nice house, and then go on and take the wilderness bosses on. You may say, well, it all ends the same way, so why even bother? Yes, you could say that. Why bother? So why make it about the end? For me, it's about the journey and how we make it interesting for ourselves along the way.